I love it. I love it. The bass. Ooh. I love the drums. Hi, this is H to the Stage. I'm a vocal coach and a musician, and thanks for stopping by. Today I'm listening to the new song by Billie Eilish called Happier Than Ever. It's titled the same as her new album, Happier Than Ever, so let me know in the comments if I should check that out. Maybe you'd like to see a full reaction to a full album. I don't know, I've never done that before, but I think we can make an exception. Before we get into it, I just want to say, if you want to see these videos for anybody else, but also getting out to some awesome perks like full-length reactions, bonus content, getting access to some behind-the-scene photos, MP3 downloads of my original songs and cover songs, and a bunch of other cool things, check out my Patreon page because that's where everything is happening. Patreon supporters are the ones that I really owe my channel to, and I couldn't do any of this without them. So a big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters. I just love you. In fact, let me choose a patron of the day because I do that sometimes. With the random number generator, let me pick the patron of the day. Today's patron of the day is Maggie. Maggie, thanks for being a Patreon supporter. You know how much that means to me. And if you would like a chance to get a shout out like this, consider joining my Patreon family. Okay, without further ado, let's go check out this song together.
When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever.
Ooh, I like it
Wish
immediately.
I could explain it better. I wish it wasn't true.
Ooh, beautiful.
Give me a day or two to think of something clever, to write myself a letter, to tell me what to do.
Okay, so first of all, it really has a vintage kind of sound. It reminds me of those sounds. I don't know if you kids, remember this, but back in the days when you would like to talk with somebody through the phone like she's doing right now, you would have this kind of weird sound that's basically not their full voice. It's just a sound where you have all the lower frequencies cut down. Basically, what you're hearing right now is that all the lower frequencies are cut down and you're just left with these high frequencies, and it sounds like a vintage sound. It just sounds like a sound coming from a gramophone or something like that, and I think it sounds amazing. I don't know, I'm just a sucker for this kind of sound. And there's just the guitar and her voice and these use sounds, like when she's singing just use at the end of the phrases. It's just beautiful. It's a simple melody, but the lyrics are, for some reason I really love the lyrics. And let's continue. Her hummy voice is always beautiful.
Read my interviews, or do you skip my avenue when you said you were passing through? Was I even on your way?
I love the endings.
When I asked you to be cool about what I was telling you, you would do the opposite of what you said you'd do, and I'd end up more afraid. Don't say it isn't fair.
Okay, an interesting thing happened there that I don't remember the last time I've heard almost anywhere, especially not in a song that's probably going to be, well, not probably, that's going to be in the top charts, is the slowing down. Usually most of the songs nowadays are recorded to a metronome, meaning they're always in the same BPM. But here we have just a slight slow down. I think this phrase ends on a dominant chord, but I would need to check. Slowing down, then picking up the tempo, just slightly. Again with the use. Ooh, amazing.
So if you really wanna know, when I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever.
It's like a sad
Wish
vibe.
I could explain it better.
Mellow,
I wish it wasn't true.
but beautiful at the same time. Okay, so far the song and the aesthetic of the video is all vintage. But I'm guessing that because it's a modern song, that at one point they're going to bring out the full spectrum of the EQ, they're not going to cut off the lower frequencies anymore. At least that's what I think I would do if I were mixing a song like this. But Phineas knows what he's doing. He already proved that with millions of Grammys and a bunch of amazing songs, both for himself but for Billie as well. But it's amazing how much you can do with so little elements. You just have an acoustic guitar, you have a couple of backing vocals, but her voice, man, it's like an ASMR kind of deal. I really love her pronunciation, every single thing. It's like nobody has a voice like this. When somebody says Billie Eilish can't sing, I dare you to try and sing like her. It's impossible. It sounds pretty kind of easy, but her voice is so rich with every single, I'm not even sure how to explain it. It just resonates in all the right frequencies. I don't know any other voice like this. Trust me. It's not just speaking. It's not just soft singing. I mean, she is singing softly, but her soft singing is the most unique soft singing in the world. Nobody can do it like this. That I honestly think so.
You call me again, drunk in your Benz, driving home under the influence.
Okay, now we're getting the full EQ spectrum.
Death, but I'm wasting my
no more vintage sound.
Cause you only listen to your fucking friends. I don't relate to you.
I love this production detail of how this voice entered and kind of interrupted the main vocal. Well, both of them are main vocal, but listen.
Influence. You scared me to death, but I'm wasting my
Wait for it.
Cause you only listen to your fucking friends. I don't relate to you.
I love that.
I don't relate to you, no. Cause I'd never treat me
Okay.
this shit.
A bit of distortion in the vocal. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? I mean, have we ever heard Billie go so much in rock? I don't think so. I think this is the first time. And think about the contrast from the beginning of the song. Whoa! So I'm a huge fan of this sound, of this fat rock sound. I mean, I've grown up listening to this kind of music, but listen to that bass. It's thick as hell. I mean, distortion in her voice. I mean, adding distortion to her vocal chain just makes it sound so full. But man, I love how this sounds. Listen to the drums are so good. Bass, ooh. I love the drums. Hell yeah. I love this. I have to listen to the whole album. Billie is my kind of artist. Hell yeah. Just a small digression. Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters said that she is the Kurt Cobain of the new generation. And man, she can is. They're both like bohemians, you know. Just like crazy and wow. Like that bass is so thick and distorted. but electronic as well. Ah, this is a great song. Woohoo! So completely blown away by this one. I didn't expect that, really. I thought it was gonna be another soft ballad, kind of like Your Power, because it started kind of in a similar manner. It sounded differently, of course, but it both started with the acoustic guitar and just her voice. I didn't thought that it was gonna build up like this. I mean, I love it. I love it. Now, I don't know what the hardcore fans of the first album are gonna say for this one, and I've listened to the first studio album and it's great, but apart from a couple of songs that are a bit more electronic and maybe more danceful, let's say, it doesn't have a big contrast, let's say, in the energy. It's kind of well balanced and it beautifully flows from one song to another. But if this album is anything like this song, man, I have to check it out. This sounds incredible. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, like it, share with your friends, consider subscribing, hit that bell to get notified about my next videos. If you enjoy what I do on the channel, consider becoming a part of my Patreon page because that's where everything is happening. You get entitled to some awesome perks like seeing the videos for anybody else, seeing the behind the scene photos, full-length reactions, bonus content, exclusive polls, and a bunch of other cool stuff. Check it out if that sounds interesting to you. And what can I say? Thanks for being here. You look wonderful and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.